Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn a new lesson of biology, that is food production. Now the word food itself tells us that what is it? Yes, if food is not there we cannot stay alive, and the word food comes then we are immediately hungry, right? So for this food we have the different types of the production, how they are involved in this lesson that we are going to see now. You know very well, whatever the living organism is there on the earth, that is survived because of food only. Not a single living organism can stay without food. So it is very important in our life. During the Stone Age man, during that period, the man was just hunting the animals and he was collecting the food, right? So after that, he was just eating the raw food. He was not knowing how will be the taste, what will be it. Gradually, he started to roast that, and after roasting the flesh, then he started to eat. Then he felt the taste is good. Then afterward, he started to prepare it in a proper way. Then afterwards, he learned after some years or might be some period of the time, he learned about that how to cultivate the crops. Then he started to cultivating the crops, and then the life was going on. So same way in this lesson we are going to learn there are the different ways of production of the food. First of all, in this we are going to study about the microorganisms. Now what do you understand by microorganism? The word is very familiar to us. Now, microorganism means what? The word micro and organism itself tells us micro means very small, very tiny, that we cannot see with the naked eye. Means for looking the microorganism, we have to use the microscope. That is why they are known as microorganisms. And we are using the microscope, that is why it is said that they are known as microbes. It is also known as microbes. Now, these microbes, whatever means this, there are many types of microbes. Yes, so the science which deals with the study of the microbes, that is known as microbiology. This is known as microbiology. So, this microbiology deals with the study of the different viruses, bacteria, again different type of the, many type of the pathogens are there. So, due to this all, what is happening? There are the many of the side effects. For example, like cholera, tuberculosis, then different type of the diseases like dysentery is there, right? So this type of the diseases are occurring due to this type of the viruses. Okay. So nowadays also we are going under the situation of the COVID-19. There also there is a virus that is known as COVID-19. That virus is too much harmful for us. We know how it is, right? So due to the virus, what is happening? The different type of the diseases are occurring and health issues are increasing, right? So there are not the harmful bacteria, but there are some useful bacteria also. Now, what do you understand by bacteria? What do you understand by bacteria? Yes, here we have the diagram of the bacteria. Where you know already in the earlier classes, we learned about the bacteria. In bacteria, what is there exactly? Yes, there are the different shapes, right? According to the shape, they are again described. So, rod-like structure is there, that is bacilli. Then again, we have the vibrio, then spirillum, like that different shape bacteria are also present. So that bacteria are, some are harmful, some are useful also. So here we have the diagram of the bacteria. So a bacterial cell has an outermost slimy gelatinous protective layer in the form of a capsule. There is a thin cell membrane below the cell wall within which the cytoplasm along with some granules is present. Bacterial growth is dependent upon the availability of the adequate water and appropriate food supply. So, this is about the bacterium. Now, the next we are going to see is uses of bacteria. Means how the bacteria are useful in industries. Now, we know very well in the food industry, means food manufacturing industries are there, how the bacteria are useful. We know already when the fermentation process is there. That fermentation process, bacteria are very much important. So without that bacteria, the fermentation is not possible. For example, curd. When we are preparing the curd, that time what we need, we need some amount of the bacteria and some amount of the curd we are putting into the warm milk, and then we are making the curd. So for that also, for that fermentation also, bacteria are also very much important. Now, nowadays the people are very much familiar with the curd. All people like to eat curd. There are different types of the food materials which are made from the curd. Means I don't think so. There are more than 60 to 70% of the food it is without the curd. Means near about 50 to 60% of the food is made from the curd. Nowadays, in all the type of the foods, curd is mixed in that. Sometimes the people everywhere after the food they like to eat the curd, or otherwise they are preparing the chas, right? Yes. So everyone like that. So it is very important for the health also. Means it keeps your digestive system in a proper way. And we know that it is very important, means if we are eating the curd, it is the most superficial thing in our body to eat the curd. Means it keeps our health very proper way, and it contains lot of calcium into that. So it is very important to eat curd. Curd is again very much important for the adults to keep their bones properly, means it should be brittle, and if they are eating daily curd, then it will be very superficial for the bones. Then again the curd is made from the milk, or we can get it easily in the milk, whatever dairy products are there, that we can get easily. Second thing, the dairy animals like cow, then buffalo, there are many, so from that also the curd is formed. Next is cheese. Now cheese is the most and very much important and very much delicious for all type of the people. Mostly from the centuries the people are having the cheese. Yes, nowadays also the students are preferring more cheese, and it is the very richest food with the high quantities of the protein. Second thing, some of the fats are also present into that, and it is very much important with the minerals that like calcium, phosphorus, and different type of the vitamins are also present into that. So nowadays cheese is very preferable for pizza, burger, sandwiches, means many of the food items the cheese is very much important over there. Again one more, veg frankies, right? So frankies nowadays all like to eat. So in that also cheese is present. So if you are eating cheese, it is very much important for your health. Okay, so extra amount if you are eating, there may be the problem in increasing the fats in your body. So it should have the limitation at the certain extent. So cheese is again one more important for getting the calcium and phosphorus to your body. The next one is tea. All are very familiar with the tea, right? So we know that tea taste is bitter. Means what tea we are preparing, that not I am telling. The leaves of the tea, they are very bitter in taste. So to reduce the bitterness of that leaves, for that purpose, some of the bacteria are useful to concentrate to lower the concentration of the bitterness of the tea leaves, and that is why whatever the tea we are drinking, it is not that much bitter. Otherwise, we cannot drink the tea at all. The next one is alcohol and vinegar. So the alcohol means whatever the certain types of the bacteria are there, due to that the production of the alcohol as well as vinegar it increases. For that also the bacteria are much important here. The next one is agriculture. In the agriculture also the bacteria are playing the important role in the agriculture. Means you know very well about the rhizobium, right? So we have studied about the rhizobium, right? So rhizobium means what? It is a bacteria which is present in the root nodules of the plant. The plants like pea plant, okay? Pea plant is there. Then in the pea plant there are the legumes which are present there. So there the nitrogen is stored in that, and it is very much important for the growth of the plant. So for that purpose, they are means converted into the nitrates and then afterwards to the nitrites, and that is useful to the plant for the growth of that. Then only the plant is growing in a proper way. So in the agriculture also, it is very important, means bacteria are very useful in that. The next one is vitamins. Now, we know very well, vitamins are very much necessary for our body, yes, to keep our health in a proper way. So, this certain types of the bacteria are there which are present in our intestine also. They are very much important. Second thing, the certain type of the vitamin like B vitamin, yes, in the intestine, whatever the food is there of the animals like cow and buffalo, they are just helping to digest the food of that animals, means herbivorous animals like cows and buffaloes. So in that, in their intestine, these bacteria are present and they are just helping to digest the food in a proper way. So this is about the useful bacteria. There are the harmful bacteria that we have to take care, but there are the useful bacteria which are useful in the many ways. For example, curd, cheese, tea, alcohol, vinegar, agriculture, vitamins. So everywhere it is useful. So the next topic we are going to see is fungi. We are very familiar to the fungi. In earlier classes we have already studied about the fungi. So the basic concept of your fungi is that it is a unicellular or it can be the multicellular microorganism. So fungi is useful in many ways. So for example, now means whatever the dead decaying material is present, that it is present, right? So whatever the dead decaying material is there it is present. Due to that only the decomposition of that occurs, and due to that our environment is clean. So we can say that fungi is also very much important in our life. And again one more thing, the fungi doesn't has any chlorophyll into that. So if chlorophyll is not present in the fungi, that means it doesn't prepare its own food. That is why it is known as a saprophyte. It is known as a saprophyte. The word sapro means what? Rotten. Okay, the word sapro means what? Rotten. So if this whatever the fungi is there, it is always depending on dead decaying material. So definitely it is known as a saprophyte because it cannot prepare its own food, and if it is helping to decompose that dead decaying material, that means our whole environment will be clean and in a proper way. Otherwise the smell and all the dirty things might be in our surrounding if the decomposition is not there, right? So fungi is also the most important thing means the most important part of the bacteria. So there are some common examples of fungi, that is mushroom and yeast. Not only that, but we have already seen there is a blackish cottony structure which is grown on the bread or the chapatis, right? So that structure is nothing but the fungus which is known as a bread mold. If you are looking on the bread, the blackish cottony structure, that is known as a fungus, or we can say it as a bread mold. Okay, if the bread mold is there on that, the fungus will be seen clearly. And it is also the unicellular, as we know. There is a again common one more example, that is the mushroom, right? The mushroom which is growing on the dead decaying material, that is due to that only bacteria only they are producing that mushroom. Then again yeast is also a unicellular fungi. Yes, so in detail we will study about the mushroom and yeast now. The first one is mushrooms. Now we know already the mushrooms are having the different varieties. There are the certain varieties of the mushroom, like button mushroom is there. Yes, have you heard about that? Button mushroom. So button mushroom is very much important and it gives us lot of proteins and vitamins to our body. So for that purpose it is the rich in the minerals which we want to our body. That is why these mushrooms are very important. And some of the mushrooms which are in the wild nature, so they are very much dangerous for our health, means it is the poisonous one. So that mushrooms we don't have to eat. That is why you have to purchase the mushrooms from the reliable shop, so that it will be taken under the care and it will be grown. Nowadays mushroom farming is also going on, and that from that also we can get it. They are making that mushrooms with the help of the bacteria, and they are taking some of the material which is required for making the mushroom. Now we will see about the yeast. Yeast are found most probably they are found freely in the atmosphere. They are readily grow in all kinds of the sugary solutions, or we can say sugarcane or the plants, flowers, nectar. So there you can find the yeast over there. So sugarcane which is present in that, also the yeast may present. So whatever the sugary solutions are there, their yeast is present. So they grow readily on grapes, in the nectar of flowers, in sugarcane juice. The yeast cell is ovoid in shape, has a distinct cell wall and a nucleus. There may be one or more vacuoles in the cytoplasm. So this is the diagram of the yeast, where you can see the cytoplasm is present, vacuoles are present. Okay, so they are mostly useful also and harmful also. So in this way we studied about the yeast and about the useful bacteria. Now the next period we will go through the economic importance of the yeast. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.